It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. And this is a guy who's going to get some carries going forward. Picked up as a free agent just this past week.
How about fresh legs, right? We always talk about bringing a guy in, provides that spark, and maybe a little bit of extra energy.
Throwing, Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. So important in this league to capitalize on the other team's mistakes. So here they force a turnover on the opening drive, then come right down and score.
And I would add that it's important to capitalize on other teams' mistakes early. That way, you build confidence for yourself and your team. You start playing a little more freely. And you let the other guys know we're prepared to play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory right at the 40. Jones throw there complete to Myers. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Powerful touchdown offense, but getting one on defense, if they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on that.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ballgame. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
The tackle made by Jesse Bates. A loss of a yard.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here we go on fourth down. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. I love those plays. 4th and 1, that's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Pats are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for New England. 47 yards.
First down goal, New England.
Now they send a man in motion right. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. One more time with Edwards-Helaire. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They will try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamper.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
They're on 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of of this first half, they'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Robbie Anderson. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target, and a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little close. And oh, he coughed it up! But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
And down he'll go at the 25. 52 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest. He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Mahomes now on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they're in a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Pats at the line, ready to go.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now here's Mahomes. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Tooney.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now they'll run on the draw. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
Trying to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Patriots are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! Jacoby Myers, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Patriots take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Pats are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10. At their own 22. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with a football. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. The Pats at the line ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, right side, Thornton with it. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
a great play there. 75 yards. And the Pats have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. They'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to flash together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Patriots are right back in this football game. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's Myers again with another catch. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Edwards-Helaire. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Jacoby Myers with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. To throw is Mahomes.
That's caught by Ayuk on the slant.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he will have a Chiefs first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Pats at the line ready to go. There was a point in time in this game where we didn't know if they were going to have a shot to make this comeback, but they've gotten right back in this ball game, Charles. Pretty impressive.
Almost felt like their biorhythms were off to start this game, but they've come together pretty well now. And now you're seeing the team we expected to see. Both sides of the ball putting it together, and now they're making their move. Kind of like what they've seen, what we've seen.
It's a fourth-quarter game, right?
Without a doubt. And I know cliches all the time. That cliche is really apt.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
To throw is Jones. He gets this to Myers.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I